Climate Parliament is a global network of legislators working to combat climate change by promoting policy changes in national parliaments. The idea is to build support for legislators from Asia, Africa, the Americas, Europe, as we fight to stem the effects of climate change and lead our countries to adapt to climate-friendly options. This includes paying attention to and advancing renewable and clean energy efforts. By way of digression, the Climate Parliament before now concentrated more on renewable energy and clean energy efforts, but gradually they're extending the activities and their involvement into fossil fuel and other aspects of climate change. It is important to point out that Climate Parliament is cross-party. What binds all the members together is the drive to address issues concerning climate change. Worldwide, it's been identified that the fight against climate change needs to be backed by the political will to take or back ambitious actions. This is especially so as the situation has become urgent. Everywhere we turn, we are confronted by harsh effects of climate change and the reality that if we do not take action now, we might not have a habitable Earth in the next 50 years. In fact, it has been estimated that 1 billion people will suffer from, quote, unlivable, unquote, heat within the next 50 years. This is a dire situation that is even more scary when one considers that in many parts of Nigeria, extreme heat has been noticed as a result of the effects of climate change. The impact of climate change in Nigeria is further seen in the loss of landmass and indeed farmlands due to coastal erosion and flooding, the encroachment of the Sahara Desert into former shrublands in the northern parts of the country, drying up of the Lake Chad, irregular rainfall which has affected our mainly rain-driven agriculture, increase in temperature, leading to increase in respiratory diseases, and many more, including the attendant security challenges that these changes in vegetation have occasioned. Again, like I said before, before now, we just thought that the climate change challenge was a story or something. But those of us who come from areas that have been ravaged, for instance, some areas where communities do fishing and all that, they know that these areas have been encroached upon such that fishermen no longer find spaces where to keep their canoes for fishing. And from the northern parts, the speed with which Sahara Desert is racing down, the drought that accompanies it, and the loss of areas for herders to feed their cattle, and also the drying up of Lake Chad. These are factors that when you put them together, you know that indeed climate change is attacking, and we must look for a way to address it. Without mincing words, one can say that the situation is indeed dire. Thankfully, we are well positioned as legislators to address these issues and stop our world from dying. As national legislators, we have powers to vote on laws and policies. So it behoves on us to do the best we can to ensure that we protect the future of our country by acting fast and in a sustained manner to support our country's drive for climate change mitigation and adaptation. There are several ways that we can achieve this vision. I am particularly interested in awareness creation, capacity building, and using our positions as lawmakers to make laws and influence policies that will help Nigeria mitigate and adapt to the urgent issue of climate change. We can create awareness and build capacity by sharing with each other information and knowledge on how climate change has been impacting our communities in Nigeria. As members of Climate Parliament, sometimes experts on these issues will be brought in to educate us. At other times, we can be part of South-South exchange where we meet with parliamentarians from other countries and share ideas on best practices that have worked for them. Some of the things we can learn and share are reports on how climate threats are impacting on us, discuss Nigeria's climate pledges and how far we have gone in meeting them, evaluate the truth that further investments on fossil fuel may not bear fruits in the future, and hence we need to focus on more sustainable alternatives. All of these we will back up by serving as formidable voices in the National Assembly, moving for changes in laws and policies, and providing adequate oversight for ministries, departments, and agencies. There are endless opportunities for us and for our country if we bond together as members of Parliament and drive the lofty objectives of Climate Parliament, which is why I am enjoining you all to come. Let us work together for the good of our society and for the preservation of our future through the preservation of our environment. I thank